Hi, I'm Charlie Ramirez, and I'm a reporter with the Detroit News. For me, one of the hardest things about writing a news story is organizing all of my thoughts, the notes, and information that I've collected. The volume of stuff that you pick up when you're working on a story can really be overwhelming. Here's a little trick I picked up over the years that sort of helps me keep my bearings when I'm writing. First thing I do is I write a lead. Yeah, the first paragraph of the story. The one that you write to sort of grab readers' attention. Now, you can use any kind of lead that you like. Summary, multiple element, contrast, narrative, an anecdote, whatever. If you can't think of one, then you should just get something on the computer screen or on the page so that you can at least get moving on the rest of the story and then come back to the lead when inspiration strikes you. Also, I recommend that you don't think about the lead as just a single paragraph, because it could be a lead block. It could be a couple of paragraphs that you want to use to build up to the major point of the story. Once I've got the lead, the next thing I do is put together a nut graph. And that's where you sort of explain the significance of the story, tell readers how the story is going to impact them and what it means to them. And after I've done that, I come to a third part of the story where I sort of write a paragraph or paragraphs that sort of resembles the lead and brings back information that I talked about in the lead. So if I was writing an anecdote, for example, about somebody, here's where I would sort of remind readers that I talked about this person in the very beginning of the story. Once that's done, the next thing I do is put in all the other less compelling information. It's boring, but it's important, and it sort of rounds out the story. The last thing I do is come up with a kicker. It's where I want to end up. It's the last paragraph or paragraphs of the story that are designed to sort of invoke a strong emotion or move the reader in some way. You know, if I did use an anecdote, it might be ending with a quote or ending with a scene of the person that I introduced in the lead. Now, if everything's gone to plan, I can draw a box around 5 different sections that I just put together. The lead, the nut graph, the retelling, the boring but important stuff, and the kicker. And that's why the method is called 5 boxes. While it doesn't give you an exact turn-by-turn roadmap on how to start and finish a story, it does give you some guideposts to help you figure out where to start and where to end. I hope that helps.